Okay, I thought I'd try this. I learned about the Vibe from Facebook. It was an advertisement on Facebook, and I thought, because I knew we were going more towards frequency healing. And I was very, very interested in that. And my husband and I had progressed from regular chiropractors and, of course, healthy living, healthy eating as much as possible. And then we went to red light therapy and used the pads and that sort of thing. And I thought, this is nice. And then I had gotten the Spooky 2 and put in several programs. We have really very light health issues, so I was just finding like cough and cold and varicose veins and things like that on the Spooky 2. And then I saw the Vibe ad, and I thought, portable, that sounds nice. So I thought for 30 days, I could give it a try and see what we think, no questions, send it back if you're just like, oh, this is, so we got it and we started using it. And of course, being in our 80s, we put in anti-aging. Why not? That works. And it just started to feel calmer. I don't know, it was just easier. And so we got a little more specific, and my husband had a kind of a lump on his groin, and he put it for that, and he says, wow, this thing is going down. It's like, oh, that's nice. Little things that took a little longer, a very long-term cluster cyst, a ganglion cyst on his arm. He needs more time with that. We've only had it for a month and a half, and the family says, just let us know what you think. They weren't, mom's nuts. So that was where they took it. And I had a little bit of fibromyalgia every now and then. The foods, I get as clean as possible, but they fool me. And I'll feel the fibromyalgia in my arms and it flare up. It's just kind of a pain. And so I put it on that. And it's like, wow, that kind of wow. Or a little bit of a stomach ache, and that smoothed that out. And pretty soon, we didn't want to be without it. We had it in our shirt pocket. I had it in my pants pocket, just close. It was so nice to have something that's with the 59 protocols and then the 70 extra ones. It's like, wow, this is really great. So the other day, we went over to my daughters and son-in-laws, and I said, I'm going to take it along with me. I had shown it to them before, and they said, nah, whatever. And so I asked my son-in-law, I says, all right, what's your problem today? And he says, well, I got all kinds of problems. But so I said, all right, we'll just put it on backache. And we stuck it in his pocket and let it go. And he never did say whether it was a relief or not, but he has tinnitus. So anyway, we went over to visit, and I took him again with us. And I said, do you want to try it again? He says, all right. So, and my daughter did, and she says, Mom, it has to be really bad for me to give in like this. But they've had it now for almost a week, and she says, are you sure you don't need it back? We're just really using them, but if you need it back, because I know you use it all the time. He says, no, don't worry about it. So I ordered a couple more, and it's just like, I love it. I just think it's such an effective, gentle, portable, easy way to ease yourself back into wholeness, rather than carrying the pain all around or going to get pills to cover it up or whatever. No, I highly, highly recommend this.